G'day. I was prepared for some pretty crazy stuff in the world growing up. You thought, yeah, this is going to get weird. Maybe the Loch Ness Monster was real, or maybe you can have sex with a ghost in a parallel universe. But on nothing, repeat, nothing could have prepared us for what's come to light over the last 6 years. Holy guacamole. They're killing the bees, the humble bumblebee. Life itself, killing them. There's very little few bees in Australia, ask anyone, and all over the world. And you got grown adults lining their own kids up, inject some aborted fetal cells and some nice toxic heavy metals into their 1 hour old newborn for safety. And then when they grow up all nice and autistic, they're just asking me, you sure you don't want to chop your dick off? Like, this is nuts. None of us could. How can you prepare yourself for this? This is unhinged. Even walking up the main street is an exercise in unhingedness these days. You walk past the liquor store, past the betting agency, past Ronald McDonald peddling his baby burgers, past the Colonel with his fake chicken cooked in engine oil, past the drug dealer peddling fentanyl, and the pharmacist that isn't much better to buy your illegal milk. There's a guy up the end with a trench coat on going, what you want, man? I got the homogenized, I got the unhomogenized, I got the unpasteurized, I got the good motherfucker. And then you get crash tackled by the police with holding your milk. Like, what? What? Not to mention too, the psychocrats taking over the world, attempting to, trying to control humanity. Not to mention that, how nuts do you have to be to think of doing that? What they're trying to do with these agendas and great resets. Let alone how nuts do you have to be to think you could actually do it? Like, they've called each other up and say, hey, let's get in a room and actually talk about this. How nuts do you have to be to actually try to do this? They're actually trying to do this. Take solace in that. These people are so mentally unwell that they can actually think they can do this. That's why it can never work. But they power on, don't they? With their psychopathy, they have left nothing in the bag when it comes to frothy unhingedness. They are scraping the bottom of the barrel of evil. They are scraping the bottom of they've got a JCB digger at the bottom of the Mariana Trench of evil, scratching the bottom of that. They're snacking on magma at the Earth's core, licking it. They're trying to kill humanity itself. Like, whoa, whoa. And in the meantime, these evil energies just looshing, just stealing our power, just stealing our love, just creating misery, just hijacking people through drugs and mental health and physical health, and put them in cities where they're miserable and they can suck the life out of them, and skewed religion gone off in the wrong way. Look at and human sacrifice. That's come out recently, but that's been happening for years in many different ways. Look at the damage they did to our grandfathers. My granddad went off to war just a young man with it was a certain person. He came back a completely different person, fighting evil rich people's wars. There's no words. There's no words. But we didn't know until now, because we're inherently in love. We're pretty good people, you and me. We're inherently are love. We are vibrating in love, and you can't see evil when it's staring you straight in the face, particularly when it's acting and smiling, because we can't resonate with that. You don't think that people could be that evil when you're not. So it crept up on us, and when it was happening for years, and we didn't see it because of that reason too, but that's why it happened. That's how it happened. And that's the reason. They feed on misery. They siphon off our love elsewhere and then just feed off the misery. And they just permeated the systems and institutions. These governments are human traffickers, mafia, cartels. These banks, the Westpac Bank here in Australia just got busted and fined. Actually proven that they laundered $1.3 billion of money laundering. Commonwealth Bank, a cool $700 million. These people have got these fine, upstanding institutions that should be the benchmark of Australia, the moral compass of a vampire. Just criminals. The CIA implemented Project Artichoke years ago. It's just to make the general population just sick and tired and confused, like just drugging us up and mentally spinning us around. Like, it actually happened. Not to mention what they just injected everybody with. These people are second to none. They'd make the devil blush. The devil wouldn't even be blush. He'd have to sit on his thumb before he sucked it to just get the taste out of his mouth of these evil fucks that are running the world. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But it's ending. This is the end bit. This is the end bit. When you're enlightened as a human, all you need to do is turn around and shine the light on yourself. That's what enlightened is. It's not a destination. It's just seeing yourself and your bullshit for who you are and what it is. This is the enlightenment bit for humanity. We've turned around and shined the light on it. It's all out in the open now. It's all transparent, and the light is on it. It might look slow and it might not be going according to your plan, but it's happening. This great awakening is a real thing. We've been forced, and it's all inadvertent. Evil can only be inadvertent. The further they try to take evil that way, out of the bandwidth, the vibration of love, the more you sit in, the more you hit resistance and bounce back into the default vibration of love again. That's why none of this stuff can ever work. That's why it's never worked. That's what we're doing to ourselves. It's driven us back to each other and ourselves and crystallised what's important to us and got us healthy again. It's taking a while, but it's got us healthy again. And I was talking about it the other week. When you want your body to detox, it's not necessarily all the stuff that you take to push the chemicals and heavy metals out and the parasites. It's more getting your body healthy again. You get yourself alkaline, you get your gut health right, you get hydrated, you get the nutrients that you want. And then your body will push it out itself. It does it by default. And they have forced ourselves into finding ourselves and others, and they have evolved us by breaking it, and it is inadvertent. And we're seeing that real time. The immigrants that they're bringing over to buy votes are going to vote them out because they don't want any more immigrants. These autistic little legends that they created are going to fix all of this. They're going to hack their systems or come up with solutions. They've crystallised us by trying to break us. This fuel stuff that we're seeing, no matter how bad it gets, will just push us more towards the free energy that's existed for centuries and is only getting better. This tech that they're using for evil has got way better and bigger flip side of good than their evil side. This financial system that they've broken is going to force in this better financial system. The people that they've forced underground by free speech is going to create more free speech. The media, the corporations are too big. They're collapsing on themselves. The AI, no one knows what's real anymore. You could go on and on and on and on and on. Every single thing they do just drives us back towards each other, ourselves, solutions and alternatives, everything. And it could never work anyway. Even these evil communistic style of governance, no matter how tech-based it is now compared to the past, has never worked. Even when people were occupied in the wars, even when people were oppressed by dictators under a communist regime, it still hasn't worked, has it? Let alone in what we grew up in. Most of the people watching have grown up in a democracy, and fair enough, it's been a democracy, but we're still used to it. And you match that with the transparency of what's going on right now. We're not believing the lies. They were trying to implement all of this based on net zero. No one believes it, let alone all of their other lives. And it looks like it's completely out of control, and it is, because if you keep giving a kid lollies, they're going to keep taking them, and these people are so entitled and never got checked that we just kept giving them lollies. They just kept taking them, but it's stopped now. This is the stopping bit. It's stopped. It's a game of inches out, but it's stopped. This is the big bit. No matter how bad it looks, we're still winning. Don't worry about that. Just stay smart and stay in perspective and play chess with this. Don't let your knee jerk all the time. Don't stay reactive. Stay in your power. Stay in your truth. And get healthy. When you get healthy mentally, physically and emotionally, then you will change the world by default. Anyway, love you, bones. Ciao.